This is the AB4WS radio show. Every week, bringing you the exciting amateur radio news and information happening in the greater Cincinnati, Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana areas.
The AB4WS radio show can be found on the Apple Podcast app or your favorite podcast application. And now also available on the AB4WS radio show YouTube channel. Congratulations to Jim Mason, WI4W, for being named the Owensboro Amateur Radio Club 2025 Amateur of the Year. Starting February 6th, the Voice of America Museum is expanding their hours to now open Fridays from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. This is one of the great exhibits that every amateur radio operator will appreciate and enjoy. More information, go to voamuseum.org. This week came the sad news that Elwood Downey, WB0OEW, had become a silent key after taking his own life. The developer of Ham Clock, the widely popular cross-platform amateur radio information application, Ham Clock, as of 2023, already had more than 2,600 devices and has increased in popularity in the amateur radio community since. Ham Clock devices should continue to operate until June of 2026, when it is expected that the data will no longer be pushed to the application. At this time, it looks like there are numerous individuals who are working on trying to fill the void left by this application. Stay tuned for future information. This year, in celebration of the 250th anniversary of the country, the ARRL has kicked off the America 250 Worked All States operating event. State will have 2 weeks of using W1AW call with their call sign district. This week's February 4th through February 11th is Alabama, W1AW/4, Indiana, W1AW/9, Vermont, W1AW/1, and Kansas, W1AW/0. February 11th through February 18th will be Massachusetts, W1AW/1, and Florida, W1AW/4. More information on this event, go to awrl.org/America50-WAS. On February 10th, the Bullet Amateur Radio Society will hold their meeting at 7 p.m. at the Pioneer Village City Hall, 4700 Summit Drive in Louisville, Kentucky, where Glenn Patry, KE4KY, will give a presentation on DX and DXing. On February 14th at 1 p.m., come on out and meet the Brunch Bunch at the Pig Candy Barbecue, 5901 Kellogg Avenue in Cincinnati, Ohio. Wonder if KY4TLS will be there, since that's one of his favorite spots.
Repeater news.
Are you looking for the most up-to-date list of repeaters in the greater Cincinnati area? Well, I have an Excel spreadsheet where I've listed repeaters that are active in the area, separated by tabs for each band or mode, so you can easily look for just DMR repeaters or 2-meter analog repeaters and so on. The list includes 2 meters, 220, 440, 6 meters, D-Star, DMR, C4FM, P25, and some other classifications. Every time I update the file, I include the date and the file name so that you know you have the latest update. To download the file, go to the AB4WS Radio Show Facebook page and go to the file section and download the file. If you're not on Facebook, email me at ab4ws.radio@gmail.com and I can email you the latest file. If you see any errors, problems, additions, or corrections, email that information to ab4ws.radio@gmail.com.
Hamfest.
February 7th from 9 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. is the 14th Annual Hendricks County Hamfest at the Hendricks County 4-H Fairgrounds Conference Center, 1900 East Main Street in Danville, Indiana. Talking on the N9HC 147.015 repeater with a PL tone of 88.5. February 7th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. is the Lawrence County CB and Ham Radio Sell and Trade Day at the Lawrence County Community Center, 205 Bulldog Lane in Louisa, Kentucky. March 7th is the Cave City Ham Fest, 502 Mammoth Cave Street in Cave City, Kentucky. Talk in on the 146.94 repeater with a PL tone of 114.8. March 8th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. is the Northern Ohio Amateur Radio Society Winter Ham Fest at the Lorain County Community College, College Center, Commons area, 1005 North Abbey Road in Elyria, Ohio. For more information, go to noars.net/hamfest/winter-hamfest. March 15th from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. is the Toledo Mobile Radio Association Hamfest at the Owens County Community College Student Health and Activity Center, 7315 Championship Drive in Perrysburg, Ohio. For more information, go to w8hhf.org/hamfest.
Are you looking to upgrade your license? Do you have someone else that's interested in the hobby? Here are some upcoming exam opportunities.
The Milford Amateur Radio Club holds amateur radio testing on the third Thursday of each month at 6 p.m. at the Miami Township Civic Center, 6101 Meyer Drive in Milford, Ohio. Please pre-register at milfordhamradio.org. The Dayton Amateur Radio Association has exams frequently. For their exam schedule, email exams.w8bi@gmail.com. On February 7th at 10 a.m., the Silver Creek Amateur Radio Association will sponsor an amateur radio exam session at the Rittman Fire Department, 25 North Street in Rittman, Ohio. Please pre-register at w8wky.org/license-exam. On February 7th at 10 a.m., the Lake County Amateur Radio Association will hold an amateur radio exam session at the Kirtland Library, 9267 Chillicothe Road in Kirtland, Ohio. For more information, call 440-256-0320. On February 14th at 9 a.m., the Tusco Amateur Radio Association will host an amateur radio testing session at the Dover Faith UMC, 420 North Wooster Road in Dover, Ohio. For more information, go to w8zx.net/exam. On February 16th at 5:30 p.m., the Northern Kentucky Amateur Radio Club will hold an amateur radio exam session at the Bethesda Community Church, 989 East Mount Zion Road in Independence, Kentucky. To register for the exam, go to hamstudy.org/sessions/NKY-VE. March 7th, there'll be a testing session at the Cave City Hamfest, 502 Mammoth Cave Street in Cave City, Kentucky at 9 a.m. Central Time. For more information, email Chappie, KD4SS@KD4SS@ARRL.net. Special thanks to this week's content contributors: AC4HI, KD9EYU, WB8VNH, KY4GW, WB8YYS, KD8ZLD, K9HIO, N8LAR, K4NKU.
If you have something you think other amateur radio operators in the area would be interested in, send the information or your recorded audio file attached in an email to ab4ws.radio@gmail.com.
Covering your amateur radio news and information in the greater Cincinnati, Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana tri-state area. This is Jack Prindle, AB4WS, normally in Big Bone, Kentucky, but this week coming to you from Port Charlotte, Florida.